What's up, YouTube? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. I am super excited about checking this out. There's just been so much hype around Dave, so many comments about just what this journey is going to be like, what his music is like, and then the stuff that I've heard so far has just been pretty unreal considering the age. Like, to me, doing that black box freestyle 16 years old was pretty insane. And then the picture, was it called Picture Me, maybe? The visuals and the journey on that was pretty amazing. The visuals that he created with his lyrics, that was amazing. So I'm checking out Psycho. From my understanding, this is the opening track, the intro to his psychodrama album 2019. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong down below, but I'm super excited to check this out. So that's what we're gonna do.
Tuesday, 23rd of January,
Okay.
2018. I'm here with David. This is our first session. We're just going to talk about your background.
Okay, I like it.
Where you're from, any issues you've been dealing with. So, where should we start?
Before it starts, man, the vibes that are being created right now with what we're hearing in the instrumentation, but setting this up like it's a therapy session, makes me think of an artist, NF, American artist, who has, I think, a whole project called Therapy Session, but so this is kind of giving me those vibes, like this feeling, right? And actually even the bit from Stormzy's new song, Toxic Trait, where Fredo's sitting down with a therapist or whatever. So anyways, like, this is a thing that I like. I like when we're creating a scene. I know I'm stalling a little bit, but I'm excited about kind of the atmosphere that's been created already. Let's see how this drop goes.
Your background, where you're from, any issues you've been dealing with. So, where should we start?
Look, stop all the pain. How do you stop all the pain, huh? I used to hear a voice when I was praying, but nowadays I don't even want to be saved. Nah, fuck that, I don't want to be saved. I was born to be wild, I don't want to be tamed. Talents in my blood and I don't want to be vain, but if I'm a psycho then I don't want to be sane. I used to dream of this shit when I was hopping on train. So bad, I used to want all the fame. My ex-girl wanna shoot a cover for Vogue, which is pretty ironic cause she's top of the range. If any one of you take a shot on the track,
I like that. Shoot a cover for Vogue. Pretty ironic because she's top of the range. Is that like a Range Rover reference? Because they have that Range Rover Evoque. Is that right? Possibly. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm getting distracted by that line. Up top here, like the way that it started. How do you stop all the pain? I used to hear a voice when I was praying, but nowadays I don't even want to be saved. And that's very interesting because that's a very creative way to say that, you know, things have changed. Like, I used to hear a voice when I was praying, and nowadays I don't even want to be saved. Well, how do you get saved? Part of getting saved is praying and doing these things you're supposed to do according to your religion. To the fact that he says, well, nowadays I don't even want to be saved, means he's not praying anymore, so he's not hearing the voice anymore. That's very interesting. And then even down here, the talents in my blood, I don't want to be vain. That was a nice little scheme on blood, vein. So I like that. And if I'm psycho, I don't want to be sane. Because he likes who he is what he's trying to say. All right.
I want to be wild, I don't want to be tamed. Talents in my blood and I don't want to be vain, but if I'm a psycho then I don't want to be sane. I used to dream of this shit when I was hopping on train. So bad, I used to want all the fame. My ex-girl wanna shoot a cover for Vogue, which is pretty ironic cause she's top of the range. If any one of you take a shot on the track, My niggas come back and put a shot in your frame. Easy as the alphabet. 3 G's in the ring, call me Alvarez. My teacher used to say I need counseling. Couldn't stop asking me.
2019. See, he's saying 3 G's in the ring, call me Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G. Wasn't one of those fights a draw, but then Canelo won the other ones? I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong down there. But it's also like the specifically using them, their fights were like wars. Like it was some serious stuff. So I don't think, it's very deliberate to choose those two fighters in this scheme that he's doing. It's not just about the rhyming part. So I like that. Okay.
Easy as the alphabet. 3 G's in the ring, call me Alvarez. My teacher used to say I need counseling. Couldn't stop asking me, what do you feel? There's so many old scars that they want to reveal. We got off on the wrong foot cause I don't want them to heal. Nah, but if you're looking for a psycho, you got one. I thought I had a screw loose, but I lost one. 99 problems, money it is not one. My currency's Kenyan, that's in it for the long run. Tears.
I like that reference. That was dope too there. If you're looking for a psycho, you got one. I thought I had a screw loose, but I lost one. He's like, screw loose is in like the rearview mirror. That shit was loose back then. That it was loose enough that it's gone now. I don't even know where that screw is. And then this right here, 99 problems. So the Jay-Z reference, but money is not one. My currency's Kenyan. That's in it for the long run because the Kenyans have some of the best marathon runners in the world. So that was a dope reference right there.
Got one. I thought I had a screw loose, but I lost one. 99.
I also want to mention like the line a couple, like everything just seems very layered. Like every line is super potent. It has multiple layers and references in it seems, or just like plays and schemes that he's running here. Like there's so many old scars, and then we got off on the wrong foot. I don't want him to heal. Scars and heal. So really nice like stuff that he's doing here with these schemes.
Problems, money it is not one. My currency's Kenyan, that's in it for the long run. Tears on a pillow, bro, I shed so many tears on a pillow. I used to tell my teachers that nobody gets it. I don't know Clark, but I know that I'm a kiddo, cause my mummy ain't been home. Miss thinks I'm involved, blame my environment, it made me a sicko. Furthermore, I should bring that bitch down to Streatham and then make her spend a day in the Vale like a widow. Kiddo, we seen swords longer than a limo. My bros are blacksmiths like Jaden and Willow. Man, there's weapons over here, we're repping over here.
So there's a few sections there which I think were like very like UK specific references. So I'm not going to touch on those because it kind of just went over my head. So I'm not sure. You guys can help me out with those. But this line right here, man. Kiddo, we seen swords longer than a limo. So that's like a very base level line, like simple reference there. And then right after we go, my bros are blacksmiths like Jaden and Willow. So Jaden and Willow Smith, because they're black, Will Smith's kids. That's why blacksmiths. But then the sword reference, blacksmiths that would, create the swords, make the swords. Man, I'm telling you, every line is super layered. This is impressive.
They make us spend a day in the Vale like a widow. Kiddo, we seen swords longer than a limo. My bros are blacksmiths like Jaden and Willow. Man, there's weapons over here, we're repping over here. I'm from the south side, but it's Streatham over here. No telling if you're selling, hold a wetting over here. Get him over here, who the fuck is checking over here? Most my niggas are the ones applying pressure over here. Fuck a soul, I can get a nigga peppered over here. What?
Yo. Oh, jeez. Come on, man. You got to give me a break. So going from the blacksmiths Willow line to there's weapons over here. That was nice because, again, blacksmiths would make weapons, not just swords, all sorts of weapons. So that continued the scheme as he went into these next set of lines. I don't know my geography very well in terms of UK, so I don't know the south side Streatham. Streatham? Am I saying that right? I'm not sure. I don't know what that exactly means, but again, feel free to fill me in down below. I appreciate any help that I can get. And then just over here, these are just like very street bars that we're getting. But all of that to lead into F, assault, I can get a person peppered over here. Like assault, like I'm assaulting somebody, but like salt and pepper, and then peppered, like you're getting peppered with bullets. I think that's a reference. I know mostly it's knife crime in the UK, but there's guns as well.
Those are the ones applying pressure over here. Fuck us so I can get a nigga peppered over here. What? We wanted more than some food on a strip or moving a brick. My niggas went to school with the rich and we were broke. Hiding crow in a Rubicon drink. Which is funny cause that's how we put food in the fridge. And who am I? Someone trying to live his best life. I just want to take a pretty woman for a test drive.
Okay, we got the beat switch there. And he very, very smooth on that transition to ride the beat, the new beat with a new flow pattern. But just some of the lines here, like Rubicon, I do know that drink. But I'm not sure what he means by crow. This could just, again, be a difference in slang. Maybe it's a drug reference. I'm not sure, since he's talking about hiding it. He mentioned moving bricks further up, being in a rich school, but they were broke. And that's how we put food in the fridge. So I'm assuming it's a moving drugs reference, but I'm not sure.
Hiding crow in a Rubicon drink. Which is funny because that's how we put food in the fridge. And who am I? Someone trying to live his best life. I just want to take a pretty woman for a test drive. If I bring her to my room and I press I guarantee she's gonna see the force like an ex-wife.
Okay, so this is a little thing I want to talk about, just technicality real fast. I know I'm stopping a lot, but this is one of those things that like elite level, just rappers do. And it's that, I understand that the line technically ended on press, right? But he needed it to rhyme with test drive, ex-wife. Like, this is best life. This is the rhyme pattern that's happening. So the next line would start with I guarantee. That's how he's starting the next line. But what happens here is you attach the first word of the next line, I, to the end of the current line, so that you can finish the rhyme pattern, right? So instead of saying room and I press, so now it doesn't match with test drive, ex-wife. He goes press I, so it goes test drive, press I. Then the gap comes in as though you finished a line, and then you continue with guarantee she's. It's just really dope. I love those little technical pieces there. It's fun for me to hear that.
Bring her to my room and I press I guarantee she's gonna see the force like an ex-wife. People tell me I'm a little bit balmy. For my army I need a bottle of Bacardi. If it's me and a pouch of my doggy, shorty, you're seeing 2 stars in the party. Fuck what you heard, I'm a pop boy and I ain't giving man a turn. I don't wanna know when pretty women wanna flirt. Learn you can judge a nigga by the women that he curves. I love this game, I ain't lost focus. I'm a hit maker, if you haven't noticed. I could be the rapper with a message like you're hoping, but what's the point in me being the best if no one knows it? Brother, I'm a careful, humble, reckless, arrogant, extravagant nigga, probably battling with manic depression.
Oh, okay. That was an interesting. I'm gonna pull that back. We're gonna listen to that again. But this is very interesting here, where he mentions this. I love this game. I didn't lose focus. I'm a hit maker, if you haven't noticed. I could be the rapper with the message like you're hoping, but what's the point in me being the best if no one knows it? And this is what people don't understand. Like, hardcore original fans always do this. They go, I'm going to use Stormzy as an example because it's the only rapper that I'm like more familiar with in the UK scene. Everyone else I've only discovered through the channel, but his music I knew before I started this channel. So I'm going to use him as an example. All the time, anytime I watch my favorite reactors, and I have a number of UK reactors that I'm a really big fan of. One of my favorites is Levi, I don't know. You guys might know him, but he's really good. I love watching his videos, always very entertaining. And then there's like 3 other UK reactors that I watch a lot that are from the UK. So a lot of them talk about, the street Stormzy, the original, like the way when he was coming up, the hard Stormzy. And I'm like, you understand that, like, if he didn't do the things that he did, where he made more mainstream music, more gospel, like he put that whole gospel album out, it was just a different sound that unlocked this other, pocket of fans that otherwise would not be accessible if he just stuck with his original hardcore grime. And to me, that's what's being said here. He's like, I might drop some tracks that are just like, you're like, oh, Dave's going off track. Dave's not talking about real shit anymore. He's making these tunes to do. But it's like, if he doesn't do that and nobody knows him, then what's the point? Like, is he just going to make music for this, like, you know, few thousand people that are really into this type of pocket? Or does he do this other stuff, and then someone like me, who maybe never would have heard of him because he didn't make it this big, doesn't get to discover the greatness? You know what I mean? So I know it's been a long time right on this part, but this kind of like struck a nerve for me, because I feel like fans sometimes don't understand, and they're not being understanding of this part of it. You're a fan of him, and that's awesome, but you want other people and more people to be fans of him, and this is kind of what's necessary. So
hoping, but what's the point of me being the best if no one knows it? Brother, I'm a careful, humble, reckless, arrogant, extravagant nigga, probably battling with manic depression. Man, I think I'm going mad again. It's like I'm happy for a second, then I'm sad again. And to my fans, the reason I could get to this, you're my drug, the instrumental, my therapist. Man, I need some therapy. My girl saying that she'll never leave.
To my fans, the reason I could get to this, you're my drug, the instrumental is my therapist. Because he's rapping and talking to the beat, over the beat, right? So you talk to your therapist, he's talking to the beat's his therapist. That was dope. And you're my drug, and like that's such a powerful visual there, because saying the fans and the following, the people, like, you know, being all about you, the drug, 100%, you're going to be like addicted to that feeling of people looking up to you, saying you're the best, listening to your music, following what you're doing. That was a crazy visual that he put together there.
For a second, then I'm sad again. And to my fans, the reason I could get to this, you're my drug, the instrumental, my therapist. Man, I need some therapy. My girl saying that she'll never leave. I'm scared she's gonna find a better me. Deep insecurities, like, what if I don't leave a legacy? Money, why they check for me? Mommy lost respect for me.
Ooh.
I wish that we could be together, but that ain't how life works. I used to cry about my dad until my fucking eyes burnt. Nose running, you don't know nothing. Before I put a penny on the table, I provided for my family.
Hey.
Held my mother's hand through the agony. Hey, you ever fall asleep because you don't want to be awake?
So I don't know his history very well, but these lines, again, when you can put into words a feeling that people listening can relate to, and maybe we haven't had the same life, but this part right here, I used to cry until my eyes burnt. How many of us could relate to that? I'm sure a lot of us, right? So automatically, it doesn't matter if we haven't had the same life. It doesn't matter if I wasn't selling drugs and had this path. I can relate to that line, and now we have a connection. And this is what great artists can do. Fire.
Running, you don't know nothing. Before I put a penny on the table, I provided for my family. Held my mother's hand through the agony. Hey, you ever fall asleep because you don't want to be awake? In a way, you're tired of the reality you face if you're thinking about doing it. Suicide doesn't stop the pain, you're only moving it. Lives that you're ruining. Thoughts of a world without you in it. Hiding. I ain't psycho, but my life is.
Yo, this end part right here, you ever fall asleep because you don't want to be awake? In a way, you're tired of the reality you face, right? And like, that's a really dope way to put it, because it's like, you're tired of your reality. If you're tired, you would go to sleep. So that was really nice. But then this part right here, suicide doesn't stop the pain. You're only moving it to other people, the people who care about you, that you're leaving behind, lives that you're ruining. Crazy. We just had someone come to the door, so that's probably what you're hearing. But guys, I'm blown away by him. Again, this turned out to be a 20-minute reaction to a 4-minute song. Oh Lord. Comment down below, let me know what you guys want me to check out next from his Psychodrama album. I would love to hear some more from him. So if you guys are still here, I appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.